definitely different dating like as a Christian versus when I was not a Christian. Hey, what is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into our channel today. My name is John.
And my name is Sierra.
And we,
the Johnsons.
Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about how we met. So I'm actually just going to let my wife go ahead and just kick this off.
Yeah, so pretty much my husband and I, we met on Christian Mingle, like literally. We've been, so I'm going to give you a background of us. I'm pretty much been single for a long time. I've been single for basically all my life before I met my husband. I've never dated, never did anything. Like, it was pretty much nothing. Like, with any guy, nothing. And so, so my husband and I, we met on Christian Mingle. We were a long distance relationship. I was not going to say exactly where I was from, but I was from up north, and my husband was from down south. And so, that's how we met, because I know a lot of people ask. And so, yeah, we've been together for about, I want to say, it's going to be 7 years soon in September. And 6 years, it'll be 6 years married in September. So we pretty much got married a year after our, after we start dating stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like literally, it's just like a week difference between our anniversary of dating and when we got married. So yeah, so my wife gave some of her background, that she was single and never dated. For my background, it was a little bit different. So I, was in one relationship previously from high school for a few years, and that relationship ended, and so I was single for a couple years. So one thing that was most important, like for when I was looking, for someone to talk to, is most importantly, I was looking for someone who was a Christian. So we're Christians, so a lot of our content will be Christian based. So with our they'll all be Christian based with the values. So so that that's who what our identity is, and so so that was the very most important thing, who I was looking for as, someone to date, and, when, not just to date, hopefully to date to actually, get married. So, in hopes for that, but of course at the same time, not forced at the same time.
Yeah.
So, but, on that journey, I tried a couple different platforms, dating websites.
Man.
It was different. It's definitely different dating like as a Christian versus when I was not a Christian earlier one in my life. So when I first dated when I was not Christian, it was a lot easier. But when I became Christian and was looking for someone who was a Christian, and it was a lot harder to find someone that equally attracted to and that was a Christian. So it was a lot harder in that area. So I didn't know how I was going to meet. I was like, am I going to meet someone from the church? Am I going to meet someone from a group? I didn't, or just some type of ministry itself, or was I actually going to meet someone online? And it's not like before. It's like you probably could go up to like a girl that you used to be attracted, like who you thought was attracted, and just go up to her. But it's not like you can just go up to anybody who you think is attractive. Most important is like finding someone in the Lord. So so I tried different online platforms from non-Christian dating sites such as was it OkCupid.
He tried all of them, yeah.
It seemed like I did. Interracial dating, and then
who was the other one?
There was a Christian.
Was it
Harmony?
You didn't do eHarmony?
No.
I tried eHarmony.
I signed up, but I didn't really try it. I didn't try it. It was just I didn't like it, so I didn't really even try it when I was like signing up for it.
Yeah.
But I tried like a free Christian dating site and Christian Mingle. So I mean, I've talked to different people on the platform, but it just never didn't work out for various reasons. So so that didn't work out. So I tried Christian Mingle actually 2 different times.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the times when we first actually how we met was on Christian Mingle, like she was saying earlier.
Yeah.
And so how we met was she actually sent me a message.
You guys, literally, this is how this all happened. So my husband to this day, he tells everybody, oh, you messaged me first. He always says, you messaged me first. I messaged him literally, you guys. I was on Christian Mingle. I tried Christian Mingle 2 before. I tried eHarmony. I didn't try Christian Mingle. I tried a few other. I think I tried one more. I don't really remember all the ones that are out there. I don't really fully remember all of them. But anyway, I tried them, and like I messaged him on Christian Mingle because I said, hey, you know what? Because I kind of gave up a little bit on Christian Mingle. I said, you know what? Let me take a pause. Let me get off of Christian Mingle for a little bit. Let me just go in here and tell these random guys that are on here that seem like they're pretty nice guys, and like let me just tell them what they can do to fix their page, just to make them look more appealing to other women. So I went on there and I told my husband, oh, you should change your profile, put this profile picture up there. And so literally that's all I said. I said, you look like you're a nice guy. And I was not even out to date him. I wasn't out to anything. I thought he was nice looking. And like, that was literally it. And I went on there and he took his shot after that. So that's pretty much how that happened. I wasn't even like trying to get him or anything like that, trying to date him or anything like that.
So I just responded back to her message, and like it was just like that. Like she was just it was just like boom from there. It was just
no, it wasn't because
she was open to it.
Hold on one second, because here's the thing. My husband, he didn't. We talked for a little bit. Here's the funny thing. We talked for a little bit that first time. I'm not sure what happened, but he didn't message me back. And like literally months later,
hold on,
guess who comes?
Back up.
Let's back up. You're going too far.
So, all right. So we were messaging each other at first, from the dating site itself.
Yeah.
And then I got her number and we started texting. And then we went from texting to a phone conversation.
Yeah.
And then after the phone conversation, she messaged me, and then it was just silent for like months.
Yeah.
So.
It's fun, but it worked out though. Like literally, because like the second time I gave him a Christian Mingle the first time, and then I tried it again, and I said, let me give it a shot, and like I didn't end up like meeting somebody that was on there that was okay, and then I thank God it did not work out for that one. Praise the Lord. But anyway, thank God it did not work out. This guy right here, oh my goodness, he messaged me back, and like he messaged me back months later, and then I don't know what happened, like, but literally I feel like that months later something changed, and so I was at a point where we just clicked. Like literally just seemed like the timing was like right there. And like, me and my husband just became inseparable. Like we just literally like talking on the phone every day, and like every morning, nighttime, we were one of those people falling asleep on the phone, talking on the phone, like literally.
Yeah. So we started, kind of getting like, I still had her phone number, so I messaged her months later, and then we started talking on the phone, and then we started Skype.
Yeah, we
Skyped each other, since we were in 2 different states at that time.
That was challenging.
Yeah,
another video for that one.
Yeah, it was a challenge. So that's where we initially, met from, was a Christian online platform. So so that's how we ended up starting, and then I ended up one evening, like right after I got off work, I drove like over 5 hours to, meet her.
Yeah,
so
far.
I got a hotel, stayed over there and whatnot. So, but and she ended up coming up to where I lived at because my cousin was getting married, and so I asked her to be my +1 to the wedding. So she came up there. We done a couple back and forths, and then she actually moved back to her home state.
Yeah.
And then from there,
5 hours away from him. Still
was 5 hours. Just like, yeah, but still it was the same amount of drive.
Yeah.
So that didn't really change that much in that aspect. It was just different directions. So
yeah.
But yeah, so we just kind of like went back and forth, from seeing each other at different locations.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
that lasted for about a year. I want to say, like, with the back and forth and like, for those that are interested in like wanting to know like what long distance relationship is like, we will share another video for that because it has its cons and pros and cons as well as that. So that'd be something for another video. It'd be pretty cool to do a whole video based off of that. So yeah, so stay tuned for that video.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much really a summary of how we how we met. So it's just some you even heard some of the background story of like kind of like before we met and the whole process of us meeting. So it was definitely enjoyed doing everything that we done. Like we would just be on the phone for hours and hours. I would get off work and I would call her or she would call me, and then the only time we would get like a break from talking to each other is like when I was like doing like Bible study and stuff like that. So and then we would call back right after that and just talk for the rest of the night, and literally like I would have the headphones in my ear, and then I fall asleep, she falls asleep.
Still there?
And then like I was like, are you still there?
You still there?
Yeah. Like, all right. And then eventually
like teenagers, y'all.
Like it was like, all right. And this was like, man, like we wouldn't get off the phone until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. So it was pretty consistent.
And I used to be so sad leaving him. Like, another video. Oh my goodness, I'm going straight into that. But I'm gonna put a little snippet in. I used to be so sad when I leave my husband. Like I would be so sad. Like I used to get to that point where I was crying, especially when we was engaged. When we was engaged, it was very hard. Like I'm like, I'm so sad. 'Cause I'm like, we're getting closer to like being with one another, and like literally, like my husband, like legit my best friend, and like I actually don't get tired of him. I'm not gonna say rarely. I don't get tired of my husband. Like I literally feel like we're best friends, and like even when he gets on my nerves sometimes with like with him like saying little like being right on some things, but overall like I don't get tired of my husband. I actually really love.
Yeah, I love my spouse. I love my wife. So she's my best friend. So I love being around her all the time. So it's a good
legit though. Seriously, not even just like for a video saying that. But he's legit like my best friend.
So that's how we met. So thank you for tuning in. So hope to see y'all next time in our next video. So thank you.